So I recently started getting into neuroscience, neurology. It's been about a month. My mind has expanded. So I'm 20 years old. I first started studying psychology when I was 15 through the means of YouTube. And no, I was not studying psychology through random people. It's certified people. If you know Psych2Go, I'll leave a little link on the bottom. Check it out. I first started with Psych2Go. And I was a depressed 15-year-old kid, sad in life, saw myself as a loser. Recently broke up when I was 15. I was chasing girls. I was crying over girls. I was telling God, why me, right? You know the story. Typical 15, 18-year-old kid. Well, psychology saved me from being that person now. It's been about roughly 4 years since I've been improving myself, reading books, watching YouTube video, being careful of what I hear, what kind of music do I listen to, what kind of friends do I hang out with, who do I keep around. Even even to tell you, you have to be careful what kind of family members you have around. There's family members that although they don't mean harm to you, they're not trying to harm you, but sometimes your family member just doesn't know better. They've been raised by parents who don't know better. And it's just a generational like burden. Generational burden. That's what it is. I don't want to call it a curse, but it could be a curse. It could be generational chains that keep getting another link and another link and another link, and then you soon realize that you don't want to be another link. You don't. You want to be a silver chain or you want to be a gold chain. Create. You become that gold chain, and then your kids connect to that gold chain, and then you see what I'm saying. And yeah, I'm going off topic. Neurology, man. Sometimes, like, when awakening, awakening. So when you awaken, you're living life, right? Going through the seasons, yada yada. You know, you fucking masturbate, porn, drugs, hang out with bad influence people, people that are asleep. And no, I'm not woke or nothing like that. Nothing against that either. But this is my experience. I was hanging out because I'm from California, South California. It's not as great as it looks like. Okay. I love my city. I love my state. I love United States. God bless America. I have ethnicity Mexican. You know. But what I'm trying to get to with this is you're asleep. You're asleep, right? And then once you start working on yourself, and then you start to realize that the habits you have are not good habits. There was a point where the bad habits I had, I didn't know they were bad. As stupid as that sounds, I didn't know they were bad. And yeah. And when you start to realize that you have bad habits, you awaken and you just look at the table and you see all this mess you have to clean up. And it could be overwhelming. It could be. But that's the first step. The first step is realizing that a problem exists. If you never realize that a problem exists, how can you solve the problem? You can never solve a problem that you don't know exists. So realizing, being self-aware is the first step. That's the first step I took. 15 years old, searching up on YouTube how to do this, how to do that. YouTube is your friend. We live in a generation where there's so much information on YouTube. There's so much information on Instagram. There's so much information on TikTok. There's so much information on Wikipedia. There's so much information on Google. Don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. Because 50 years ago, there was not information like this. You would have to go out in the world, talk to people. You would have to make a friend that's rich. That way they could teach you how to be rich. Man, I listen to rich people on YouTube now. I don't have to go out in the world and then try to like be their friend. I don't even have to be their friend. I just go search them up. Of course, I want to be their friend, but I'm just letting you know, if you don't like the person, you can still learn from them. And we live in a world where everything is so accessible. But everything good is accessible just as much as the bad is accessible. And since all this short-term pleasure is accessible, porn, masturbation, women, freaking Instagram models, you name it. You name it. Drugs, you name it. You name it. All this short-term pleasure is accessible just as much as the good information. Just as much as the psychology information, just as much as how to work out, just as much as how to start a business, just as much as how to build a website, just as much as how to make 100,000 a year. Everything is so accessible, the good and the bad. The good and the bad. So if you eat rotten food all day, you think you're gonna live a healthy life? If you eat your veggies, if you eat your greens, if you eat your healthy food, you're going to live a good life. And maybe you won't see the results. Maybe you won't see the results the next. If I eat an apple today and tomorrow I'm like, nothing changed. Bro, you have to constantly keep eating healthy and then you'll see the change. But since and I'm including myself, since we're used to just having that short-term instant pleasure like this, we get tired and we try to give up, throw in the towel because we don't see results the next day. That's not how it works. And if you find yourself struggling and you're like, man, I don't want to do this, then do something productive that you enjoy. But just make sure it's productive and it's going towards something that you like. Don't let the wind take you. Fight against the wind. Fight against the wind. Fight against the storm. If something bad happens to you, you're not going to just stay there on the storm, right? No, you're going to try to get away from the storm as fast as possible. Yeah, it's harder, but it has better results. Yeah, you have to let go of your friends, but it leads to better results. Yeah, you have to stop smoking weed, that thing that makes you instantly, that gives you gratification instantly. Yeah, you have to let it go. But it's easier when you have something to strive towards. Okay, weed. And then you have something to strive towards. You're looking up. You're looking up. You don't even care about what's right here anymore. You don't care about no weed. You don't care about no friends. You don't care about none of that. Because you're looking up. And then when you're right here and you get to the top, don't look down on them. Nah, don't look down on them because you were once there. Look up. You got up. You're right here. You got up. Boom. This is your new bottom. Look up again. Boom. This is your new bottom. Look up again. You get the hint, right? I get the hint. So I just want to leave you with this little quick message. I know I'm ranting because I'm excited. I love helping people. I love helping you. If you're watching this, I want to help you. Man, like, I want to make a change in this world. I want to leave a footprint, a digital footprint, if you may say. As long as I help one person, I don't care. I don't care because I'm here. I'm in this life to provide value. I'm here to provide a service. I'm here to help my brothers out. I'm not here to shame on you. I'm not here to shame on no one. There's no such thing as a bad person. There's no such thing. I just want to leave you with that little message. Hope it helped. Stay blessed.